What's up, guys? This is a brand new episode of FGC-ism. I'm Michael.
And I'm Anthony.
And today we're going to talk about where is the money in the FGC? Where is it?
Not in the pockets.
Wow. Okay. First of all, you're rude. Second of all, you're loud.
But am I wrong?
That's not what we came here to talk about.
That's what I came to talk about.
Okay, so this topic has been floating around the FGC for like the last year or so, especially since the FGC has become way more inundated in the esports arena, because people have assumed that, you know, with the FGC being more widely known and more mainstream, there's going to be more money, right?
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
Right?
Nah.
You would think more money.
Especially when you got some of these companies going right behind them, like Namco, Capcom.
Yeah. NetherRealm, Warner Brothers.
Oof.
Yeah, we have to throw that out there too.
Ew, I keep forgetting they're a part of this.
They are definitely a part of this. But a lot of people in FGC, particularly players in general, are starting to see that this isn't exactly as profitable as they want it to be.
No, it's not.
Like, not even a little bit.
It's almost as if playing video games for a living isn't as lucrative as one would lead you to believe.
I mean, we wanted to believe that in like maybe 2011, 2012, 2013.
Yeah, when we heard that these payouts were like huge, like $10,000 and stuff.
Yeah, but things are starting to take a downturn lately, and people are starting to see it because people are starting to feel like, what's the point of going to these like extravagant events and doing these long tours for games if I'm not going to get much out of it at the end of the week, at the end of the year?
This ain't like a league tournament where they make hella bank.
I'm about to find out how much is this, a one league tournament, how much they make. I'm
curious. Just any of them.
I'm about to look
because
at this.
They all make a lot of money.
League of Legends payouts. I'm curious because I need to know how much they making over everybody else in the esports realm. Blah, blah, blah. Don't care about that. I want to know how much money they make payouts.
Tell us how many millions.
Why are you so rude?
I just want to see how many millions they make.
That's fancy football payouts. I don't care about that.
What?
You're giving me stuff that's not important, and that's not, I did not come here for that. Sorry, guys. I'm looking for this really quick. I just wanted to know weekly payouts.
Weekly?
300 to 1,000 just for a weekly. So how much is
I bet it's no. Tell the people.
Let's see.
I'm just
looking for.
You looking for League of Legends?
Yeah.
Man, I'm about to look up Overwatch.
Whoa. Okay, so for the League of Legends championships, yo, that team got so the whole team got $2 million to like spread between 6 people. So that's roughly $2,418,750.
Man, look at this. There's an Overwatch league where players will get health insurance and at least $50,000 a year.
What? They make more than me.
I almost threw this phone. Forget how much they make. They first of all get health insurance.
They get health insurance.
What? Do you know working a 9 to 5 barely gets you that?
Yeah.
You got to have a broken leg before they like, I guess we'll chip in. But
man, let me divide this up real quick. I need to get that number and divide it by 6.
Maybe Overwatch is not as bad of a game
as
I initially thought.
This is where the money is, right here.
Jeez. Not in the Street Fighter though, where Capcom clearly has some money.
Do they?
A lot of people like to think that Capcom is broke because they really think strictly of Street Fighter. But they also have Mega Man, of which Mega Man 11 didn't sell too bad.
Yo, first place at that last tournament for League of Legends, one person gets $400,000 by himself.
That's sick. That's actually sick.
That's a lot of money to be a part of an esports team that actually makes money.
And playing that whack-ass game.
That's a huge thing. So, as you can just see from just that one tournament, the payouts for other esports events and tournaments is way bigger. Like, it eclipses the FGC by like 4 or 5 times over, it seems like. And people want to be millionaires. Like, people want to make money. People want to have a decent life doing something they love. And it's kind of hard to do that because you usually have to work a real job and do fighting game stuff too, which is difficult. Like,
I had all that and health insurance.
They get health insurance. So most people in the FGC believe that the immediate way to make money really quickly in the FGC is by getting a sponsorship. Couldn't be more wrong. Now, initially, what the sponsors usually do, which is help you pay for like travel and stuff to these tournaments and everything, and then pay for your fees and stuff. Which, of course, I think that's like some type of like negotiation of how much you pay them out of your winnings and stuff too.
Yeah, you just gotta get the winnings first.
Yeah, so you have to be winning consistently to even stay sponsored. But now it's not just about winning anymore. It's about a lot of other things to be sponsored these days.
Yeah, it used to be just enough to be like, all right, I'm on a tournament after tournament. Things are great. But with the shift that it seems that the FGC is taking, you also have to be a good personality.
Yep.
You also have to pull in good stream numbers, perhaps.
Yep.
You have to be likable.
Yep. And you have to have a YouTube channel, too.
And maybe not even likable in the sense that everybody's like, oh, my God, I love this person. Or, just somebody that people
who there's enough for people to watch your content and be invested in it.
Like, let's say Punk, right? He's
Yes.
kind of a heel.
Yeah.
But that's fine. If he was a personable heel, it would be great because the FGC needs a villain. It's that's just kind of how it is. It needs a villain. Everything needs a villain somewhere.
Okay.
And not seeing F Champ anywhere around, so somebody has to do it.
You rude. Anywho,
sometimes it's Punk, sometimes it's Chris Tatarian.
I don't know about Chris Terry being a villain these days. He need a better character in order to do that.
I mean,
kind of hard to be a villain when you're not really winning consistently. Like, I love and adore him. I am definitely a fan of him, but I do see that he struggles a lot of times in these tournaments.
I mean, he keeps playing Ken. So.
That's the reason. Like, Ken is probably one of the more bottom tier characters in Street Fighter V, so it's kind of hard to like clear that gap between the other players and him when you're playing people probably equal skill level as you, but are playing better characters than you. So it's like, it's kind of hard to like reconcile that when you're playing.
I mean, if he was to stop playing Ken, like, be a tier whore. Make the money.
I mean, that's where the whole tier whore thing comes from, because a lot of people are like, okay, if this is like my likelihood, I need to be at my best and play the best characters that are possible that's in the game so I can get the money that I need to stay sponsored.
Check this out. If you're a cashier at work, are you going to work off the broken register because that's your favorite one?
Or you gonna work out the one that you don't get through like 10 people in like,
are you gonna
2 minutes?
Right, the brand new one that everyone's and it just snaps your fingers and it's out. Like, what are you doing?
I think another portion of the whole sponsorship thing is like a lot of players, like the turnover rate recently has started to, we see a lot of players like losing sponsorships a lot more than we ever have. So a lot of people are like really starting to question this whole sponsorship thing and how viable it is as a path in the FGC.
Yeah, there are a lot of people either leaving or getting released. Like that Echo Fox, that big drop they had.
Man, Echo Fox came in with like one of the most massively talented rosters ever to be conceived for sponsorship as far as fighting is concerned.
See, I kind of had a nagging feeling in the back of my head that when they came out of absolutely nowhere and swiped up all these personalities and such, it kind of felt like that couldn't be sustained forever, you know?
Well, I think the idea was that they were going to always win.
Yeah, that's what we all would like to have happen.
I think that was the idea. Like, okay, we got all these top players. They should consistently, place high in these tournaments so we could continually have revenue popping in.
But particularly for Street Fighter, the people who are at the top has never really been a consistent thing, or at least not a narrow pool of people who are the best at this game.
That's true. It's definitely shifted.
Like that's a game where a lot of people are really good. I mean, we just saw a Capcom Cup at the grand final. Was it No. Itabashi.
Yeah.
Itabashi Zangief, a person who we know is good, but have we ever said to ourselves that Itabashi is grand finals good?
Especially not for CPT finals.
With Abigail?
Yeah, that was interesting. And then Abigail was nerfed too. Like that was.
This was not season 3. This is season 3.5 Abigail.
Yep.
With so many of his, well, not so many, but enough of his tools nerfed. And he made it to grand finals. This is a character a lot of people were like, oh, he's kind of a character that only wins against people who have no idea what they're doing and blah, 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 blah. Just dude, like, no, he was a threat.
He's still a threat.
The only other character that was Rashid, that he was in grand finals.
Yep, he won.
Yeah.
Rashid got nerfed to hell after this last patch. So it was like, I don't know. It's weird with Street Fighter because it's like there's never consistent. Like you said, like never consistent as far as like the players who reach the top. Like last year was way different than it is this year.
Yeah,
and it's not always necessarily just the characters that get nerfed or buffed. I think it has a lot to do with like how players are training too.
And it seems, I don't want to say it's like a phenomenon centered around only Street Fighter V, but it seems to be the most consistent in this regard. Because if you look over at like Dragon Ball Fighters, we know that the best players at that is going to be Goichi, Hook Gang God, Dogura,
the Kill Sage,
Sonic Fox. I don't know if I said him already.
But
the point is, we already know who are the best of those, and I don't see it changing.
I was talking about Kazunoko too.
How could I forget Kazunoko? That nutty man. So yeah, we know who are going to be the best at those games. We already know. And unless people do some real serious training, it's not likely that it's going to change unless the game changes, which, well,
I think that we're going to see a big change in season 2 already. Like we already see people
because
going crazy about the changes they made like that. What was it? The guard cancel?
Guard cancel is invincible as hell.
The meter gain ain't all that great.
The meter gain is garbage. You can reflect, what is that, sparking?
You can reflect that?
Yes, now you can now reflect sparking.
What?
You can also sparking out of block stun.
Really?
Yes. If you are in the middle of a block string and you tie the block in, just go ahead and pop
so
sparking.
Like you can like deal with like Gohan's like leg loops of hell.
Yeah, just sparking.
So sparking like it's basically like a burst now.
Yeah,
almost.
like a one-time burst with buffs.
That's kind of broke, but I'm with it.
Of course the blue life changes. You know, you don't get as much blue life anymore. Dragon Rush is nerfed. You don't get as much meter or damage, which, and you can't do 2 in 1 combo, which should theoretically make touch or death combos harder, but
it depends on the character.
But I mean, unless, I mean, that's just Jiren. Who else could possibly
Shut up.
do a touch of death combo besides Jiren?
Shut up.
They gonna patch him?
Anywho, back to the topic, which is sponsorships. I think also the fact that some of these tournaments are not having big payouts anymore is definitely the reason why these sponsorships are starting to like wane, because like even if you do place like top 8, you're not getting a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
Like that's bad. Like not even a heart. Well, I guess we should talk about payouts there, because that's an important part of this too. Like just recently, I think it was the Tekken World Tournament, World Tour, the finals, the payout was like $7,500, which is not a lot of money if you've been spending like your entire year of your life traveling the world playing this game, and that is the amount you get for the last final like.
Time out. Do they not get payouts per tournament?
I think they do, but that's still like.
Yeah, that is kind of whack.
That's a little bit of money. Because if you imagine being like, okay, say for instance, like you've been doing pretty well, but at the last second you only got like top 8. Like that means you only get 1,000.
Namco got the money.
Oh yeah, Namco has the money. You know how much they make off licensing and stuff.
Licensing, Dragon Ball Fighters, which is probably their most successful license as of right now.
Right, like they're making money. It's just that they're not putting the money into their esports division as much as they should.
Let's see. Capcom ain't no better. Everybody want to talk about how Capcom ain't never got no money. Nah, they want you to think that.
They made money. I'm sure they have.
Mega Man 11 made money, I'm sure. Resident Evil 2, I'm sure it's made plenty of money.
We have to talk about the real money maker, which is Monster Hunter.
I ain't forget. I was getting there.
That's the real money maker.
Where they give you all the little pieces of DLC where you can dress up as Final Fantasy 14 characters. Yay! But that made dollars. The one on the Switch made dollars. It ain't like they gotta waste a whole lot of money on voice acting and stuff. And who cares about what they talking about? Where are the dinosaurs I can kill and continue to kill over and over for really cool armor sets?
So, just to put into context about the Tekken World Tour finals, Yipes, Mr. Michael Mendoza himself, had a small, intimate Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournament.
That looked like it was held in the basement.
It was very small, but through crowdfunding, they were able to raise quite a bit of money, and the first place person got $8,000, which is a lot. Like, their actual goal was like $2,500.
Yeah, especially for crowdfunded, man.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy. It's so crazy.
Well, I mean, when you Yipes and it's Marvel too, yeah, they put the money up.
They did. I was watching like, wow, these people are really putting money up for this. And I think because it went back to what the FGC was all about, and it was without, corporate sponsorships. It was out,
no Red Bull in every frame.
Yeah. Like it wasn't a whole lot of like corporate red tape. It
no
was just
Victrix Pro AF or the latest stick from Razer.
Like, it was just regular, old school FGC stuff.
Where you could say bus ass.
Oh, yes.
As many times as you want.
He said it quite a bit, too.
Because it was bus ass. Did you see that tournament?
I did. I watched it. It was great.
I mean.
It was entertaining, too.
Yeah.
I think that having those small tournaments just shows just how powerful the FGC can be, and the fact that companies aren't able to capitalize on that same. I think that's what they want to capitalize on that, but they have so much like infrastructure and red tape and bureaucracy that kind of.
We can't show that on television.
Yeah, it kind of holds them back from being able to have that same magic, which is why you have such like issues with payouts and stuff.
Like, don't be surprised the next time you see Street Fighter on television that they say, okay, the cami outfit with the pants, you got to wear that.
Like, you can only wear that one.
Can we get our Mika a shirt?
Please.
She's looking a little too buxom. Oh, I hate that word.
Well, buxom?
Yes.
It's a good word.
I hate that word.
It's not that bad.
It's an ugly word.
It's not that bad.
No one should be using that word.
But we do.
Ugh.
I hope they could do. I think Capcom has pretty decent payouts. Like, of all the like major fighting game tournaments, as far as like the series are concerned, I think they do a pretty good job of giving you the money that you want.
Well, I mean, they've been doing this the longest, I think.
But I think the only issue with Capcom is that their structure as far as like the percentages and ratios are a little off. Like, I think it was 70, 30, 10 ratio. I'm not mistaken.
That's 110.
Oh wait, no, I got it off then. It was 70, 20. I forgot how much the ratio, but it was like the first place winner got like way more than everybody else. Like, there was a huge difference between, it was a huge gap between first, second place.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you're a winner. Get the most.
But then the people that are like at the like, the outside top 8 get almost nothing.
That's what they get for not being number one.
Wow. Okay. So here you go. Here you go.
Shilling.
You over here shilling for
Capcom. Out here.
Are you really? You over here shilling for Capcom and stuff?
Whoa. Ain't nobody shilling.
That's his whole shill.
I'm just saying.
That's what you get for not to get number one. I think they should do better with like the payouts when it comes to that. Like, they should have the shares be a little bit more, not equitable, but at least you shouldn't feel like you just wasted your time coming there after you got top 8. Like, that's crazy.
Man.
I think top 8.
Some of those payouts do seem like, I mean, I guess we'll buy you some Sarpinos or something.
Right?
You wanna drink with that, fam?
Imagine spending your whole entire year following this game and getting sponsored and all that money that they put into your like hotel fees and game, like all the fees that go into this is crazy, and you can't recoup that at the end of the year.
And it ain't like these hotels are 5-star or something.
They really not. These are like rinky dink hotels.
Whoa.
Okay, maybe not
that
ranking.
trash.
Maybe not rinky dink.
I mean, I know we don't like Pheasant Run right now.
We
but
don't. We're across the street.
Yeah, we ain't messing with
We
them.
elevated this year.
Right.
We ain't doing that.
We all the way up.
We went to the Chiefs and asked all of them. They said this ain't it. But yeah, like, but hotels like aren't exactly the most lavish, luxurious hotels they ever go to. With these,
unless it's Evo.
Well, yeah, Evo is really luxurious because Luxor is kind of nice. I will give it.
But then again, it's got like the industry backing. They
That's
know
true.
what the Super Bowl is.
It's just ironic you say that because it's Super Bowl.
Super Bowl Sunday.
It's ironic.
The season finale of football is here.
Yikes. So the other aspect of this conversation about money is streaming, which is a huge issue because a lot of like traditional fighting game players don't really see crazy stream numbers unless you're like a Smash streamer, and Smash streamers, oh god, they get so many people to watch their streams.
One of my favorite tweets that you sent me,
oh yeah, was
how if you get like 10K subscribers, I'll turn the camera on.
11K, what was the one? 16K, I'll take a shower.
16K, I'll take a shower. 17K, I'll turn the game on.
Like most like fighting game, like traditional fighting game players will be happy to get like maybe 5 or 6 new like subscribers, and
like I'm mad you sent me that
because it was important.
I didn't say it wasn't. Wow.
Shout out to Brian F who alerted me to such things because I was able to see that the thread was hilarious. Like
I'm pulling up the thread right now.
You so petty.
10K, I'll turn on the webcam.
And these are 10,000 people watching one stream. This isn't like just
11K. I'll turn on the game. 50K. I'll take a shower.
That's a lot of people that have to watch it.
They'll get it.
That's a lot of people.
Subscribe.
You'll subscribe. Wow. And that just translates to money at the end of the day too. Like having that many people watch your stream, and some people actually donate too while they're watching it.
Yeah.
So that's so much revenue coming in.
That's one of the things about streaming, right? If you get on Twitch, there's so many avenues for like money. You got the subscriptions, then you got the bits, then you got people actually just donating to you, and then you get the advertisements that you get on every stream, which clearly say this ad supports blank.
Yeah, that's so much money. If you got like 10K, that's a lot of people watching one stream.
And you ain't even gotta have the hugest avenue. Like you ain't gotta have the hugest audience. You just gotta have a dedicated one.
Yeah. But I think a lot of the FGC people don't have the dedication nor do they have the numbers most of the time.
Yeah. There are some that will keep to a consistent schedule and stuff, but there are some people in the FGC who they had it rough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yikes.
Some come to mind. I feel like Punk struggles with this.
He does. He definitely does. I don't think that his stream is not as well tailored as it should be in order to garner the type of people who will watch his content. I think,
and it is all different types of reasons why too.
Well,
like for why people don't have the strong stream presence.
Yeah,
Punk one isn't exactly the most personable. He's very cliquey.
He's not the most consistent on his stream either. Like as far he doesn't stream he doesn't have a really solid stream schedule.
Like that, you're right. Having a stream schedule definitely will help.
Yeah.
Or maybe you are a person who's kind of like a person people like to dick on or something.
Yeah.
Maybe you are a deity that sticks with the low tiers.
Stop that. Anywho, let's talk about success stories with streaming,
Smug.
Yes.
Easily. Smug is one of the best.
Smug is the best.
I will tune into, there are times I'm mad at myself for forgetting he's streaming.
I think
because
he understands his audience, first of all, very well. And he understands how to be entertaining while still playing the game and having fun.
Yes. That's one of the things that is the best because
it's fun to watch.
One of my favorite stream moments with him is he called Chris Terry in the middle of a stream to just be a jerk about Ken. And of course, Chris Terry turned it around and he just disrespected Smug, and it was hurtful. But you will only see that kind of stuff on a stream like Smugs.
Yeah, this is true.
He's over here calling people in the middle of the stream
because it's funny.
It was hilarious.
So, what do you think is really the answer for like traditional fighting gameplay? People who aren't smashers who want to stream, like what's the solutions to that?
Finding a very healthy balance between having a stream presence and a tournament presence. Because back to Smug, when's the last time you heard him winning a tournament?
The last real time I remember him doing really well was that whole E-League thing where he was going against Daigo. That was not Daigo, but he was winning against Tokido.
That was quite some time ago.
That was a little bit summer last year, I think.
But not only is he doing well on stream, because every time you see him on stream, he's got those good donations.
Yep.
You always see people subscribing. And then now he has a good YouTube channel going up now.
He really does.
He has really been working on that.
I think another part of his YouTube, his whole presence on streaming and videos is the fact that he actually does try to teach too. Like he always has like informative stuff to teach people like, hey, this is what you should do in this situation or this situation. Or
he done taught me so much G stuff.
I think that's important too, especially if you're like a character like specialist. It's really important to like have that content on there. Because most people who are watching this stuff are probably people who play fighting games most of the time anyway. So they want to learn better and get better too.
Then, of course, well, if you don't have that healthy balance, then I also think you need to go all in on one or the other.
So you go all in on shenanigans? Or all in on like ranking up?
Let's check this out, right? We can't have this conversation without talking one of the most prominent figures in streaming as far as the FGC. That's Max.
Yes.
Max, he was doing tournament stuff, and he was like kind of in the midst of working with actual companies for like, if you all didn't know, he worked pretty closely with Iron Galaxy for a lot of the promotional work for Killer Instinct.
Yep.
But all in all, he went clean in on the streaming market. He already had a strong YouTube channel. It's just that when he started being a teacher, that people really started to look into him, because he was always doing like the compilations of him playing the game. When he started to teach, that's when he started to grow.
It definitely helped when he had the whole like Assist Me series from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like
which is how I discovered him.
That's what put him on the map, honestly. Like that was an incredible like way to learn the game, and it was really informative. He's really good about explaining stuff too, which is good.
Like, Wesker was a character I thought was garbage.
A lot of people thought he was garbage.
Until Max came through and was like, whoa, no. All of you are wrong. And I don't think there was a long time I didn't have a team without Wesker sitting there.
He was a great character. I hate him.
Yeah, so was Doom.
Doom was really...
He helped
Doom
out with that too.
Better. He only got better.
They buffed him.
Oh, that was stupid. Anyway, I'm getting like flashbacks, like war flashbacks right now to bad times of my life. Anywho, Max has a really great streaming. He has really great content. So he does like really good, like informative videos about what's coming up in like games, and he does those really good, reaction videos were really fun to watch. Like he has a good like balance of everything for his channel.
Well, that, and he has a lot of series going on. And the only reason he hasn't gotten up with a lot of them is like copyright, this and that.
Copyright,
unfortunately.
Suck.
Because his fighting game history videos are starting to be some of my favorites, but then they started giving him a hard time with those.
Yep. Cause I think like he had a lot of like music that wasn't copywritten back in the day, and then it started being copywritten now when a new company came and bought the rights to it,
which is stupid.
Yeah, YouTube is his own beast right now. It's really hard to tackle, but I think Twitch is a much easier way to deal with like streaming.
Yeah, that seems to be where he's getting a lot of his success from.
This is also a very important thing to have if you do want to be sponsored. Like you can still be sponsored and not go to tournaments too. There's people who are sponsored just to stream.
Yeah.
So having
having a community presence like Alpharad.
Yeah.
We're going back to Smash, but he don't go to tournaments. No. But he's with Panda Global.
Yeah. Look at his channel. It's incredible.
It is incredible.
Like his content is so good.
I don't know who he has making art for him and editing and stuff, but he got a good team on his back.
He has a great team. Oh, his videos are so good. They're so, he's able to explain the game, make it fun, and make everybody a part of the experience with him, which is always important. Yeah. But yeah, Smash just has like the type of game that's like a spectacle anyway, so it's really great. People who don't even know the game very well can definitely just jump in and watch it and understand it. I think that's probably another reason why Smash is a little bit better with streaming, because Street Fighter, if you don't know fighting games that well, it's kind of like hard to grasp certain concepts and things, and
yeah. Smash has a pretty inviting control scheme where anybody can pick it up, but then you have that level of mastery that you can really go into. But if you don't know how to do a quarter circle, you are already hit with a huge barrier in Street Fighter.
Yeah. If you don't know frame data, you know you're supposed to be playing Street Fighter 5.
Nope.
Like, stay
don't
home.
Even.
Stay home.
I mean, that's Street Fighter 4.
That is true. Do you think that with the advent of like streaming and stuff, is that going to become like more important than actually going to tournaments after a while?
That's hard to say. If tournaments continue on the path that they are, I think so. Because I never think that the tournament scene is going to die.
No, definitely
the tournament scene was here before esports. It'll be here after it. And I think that's one of the great things about the FGC, that even after esports, when it's homegrown and you got like minimum sponsorships or whatever, it's still going to be great.
Yeah.
Now, I do think if it continues on this bit of a, I guess, downturn or slow growth period, then I think we are going to see people gravitate more towards streaming to either supplement being able to go to tournaments or just be what they do primarily.
Yeah, that seems like it's a lot easier. Well, I don't want to say a lot easier, but it's less taxing on you to stream versus having to go travel to tournaments and stuff, because that's a lot.
Yeah. Yes, especially if you're flying in.
Yeah. Like flying around the country or flying around the world going to tournaments and stuff is exhausting. So I can imagine like hey, you know what, let me just stay home and stream and just do that and make a whole bunch of money versus having to go to these tournaments and with all the stress and everything that comes along with that. Like, I would definitely go for streaming.
It's tiring to be a world warrior, man.
It definitely is. Do you think that this whole integration to esports is what's making this whole like phenomenon we're having right now? Like, there's like these different like, cause you see, we talked about earlier, we talked about how League of Legends and stuff have these big payouts and this such an extravagant like marketplace, but then we look at FGC and just the whole like fighting games and how much they make is they're like eclipsed by like 5 times over. Like, I think the just expectations are just so much more different now than they were back in the day.
They are. And you know what? I also think that some of it has to do with, I guess, I don't want to say failed ventures or anything like that, but I kind of feel like sometimes the FGC, particularly Capcom, threw things at the wall to see what would stick. You know, like that whole reality show thing they did.
To my E-League?
Yeah.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah, but was it for everyone? It's fun for us because we know about the game and we have some sort of connection to the players.
That's true.
Because we knew who they were. To a person who casually plays Street Fighter, knows little to nothing about the scene, coming in watching E-League, why would he care about these people? Why would they care about being hyped that low tier god is here? People who knew that when they saw LTG there, they're like, oh, this is going to be amazing. When they saw Guilty there, they knew it was going to be some trouble. But people who don't know them, it's like, well, why would they be excited?
Okay, I get that. That makes sense. Definitely, there's like an investment there. It's not really attached to, like, there's an investment for people who are a part of the scene, and people who aren't definitely don't have that same investment.
And then for the other E-League thing, the actual giant tournament, a big thing is if you don't like the game, then you're not gonna watch.
Yeah.
And Street Fighter 5 is a very divisive game.
God, polarizing. Like, either you love it or you hate it.
You either are a person who's like, yeah, I play it, or you're a person who goes in the other fighting game groups to say, man, Street Fighter 5 is terrible. But this is a melee group.
I'm so mad you said that because that's so true.
This is a melee group, man. Yeah, but Street Fighter 5 is terrible. Like, I'm in a Street Fighter 4 group because I still play that game. And I think they had to make a new rule to ban even talking about it because it happens so often. We will be watching like somebody like do a combo compilation and they over here talking about some, man, I bet people who play Street Fighter 5 wish they could do this. Fam, this whole group is about not talking about that game.
People don't know how to follow rules, man.
Man.
At all.
So you either like the game and you just kind of deal with the fact that you like the game, or you are very vocal about how you don't like it.
Do you have any final thoughts about finding this money, getting to this bag, securing it?
So I do think that streaming is going to be how people secure the bag, right? Mm-hmm. Streaming, I don't want to say is the future, but it is a good way to line your pockets a little bit and take the blow from some of that travel fees.
Yeah. Or just not go to tournaments at all and compete. Like, you can still go to tournaments, but like competing that's an investment.
I say pick and choose, man. If you are going to compete, don't let that payout be what motivates you to go out, right? I think at this point, we can't look for tournaments to cover livelihoods. If we go to a tournament, then it has to be something that's like, okay, if I don't win, I'm not going to be hurt and I can still pay rent, you know? I'm not going to be too hurt by losing this tournament.
Or I'm not going to lose my sponsorship if I lose the tournament.
Exactly. I think those are the mindsets that people may have to start going into. Or maybe just not rely on sponsorships that heavily to begin with, because you don't want to be in a position where suddenly something happens with the sponsorship and now you're kind of just like, well, what do I do? Yeah,
you have to definitely build your own personal brand in order to like survive in this whole like FGC world.
Maybe that's the most important thing you can do. Be your own brand.
Yeah.
Because, well, like Smug, after Smug is left, like, is gone from, what is he, part of Pi now? Mm-hmm. After them, we're still going to love Smug. We're still going to watch his streams, and he is still going to be okay. He is still going to be Smug.
Yeah, he's still going to have a YouTube channel. He's still going to have a Twitch channel, and he'll have people watching his stuff. And
he'll be still going to bug him to play Street Fighter 4 and do Dudley combos. So,
and that's exciting.
Yeah.
To be a fan of someone and like, you know what? If I bug him, he'll do it, and then we'll all be happy to watch him do it.
Because he will do it.
That's good stuff. That's having a good fan base.
So yeah, make a fan base.
Yeah. Start from scratch. It's not easy. Trust me. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's very hard, but with dedication and enough time and figuring out what your particular skills are and what your abilities are and what you're good at, you can do it.
Hell, you can even make a brand being bad at games and still be successful.
Yikes. I think you're being really pointed with that comment.
I said what I said.
I guess we can wrap up that episode really nicely with a bow after saying that one. So yeah, guys, what do you guys think about finding money and securing a bag in the FGC? Do you think it's an easy thing? Do you think it's hard? Do you think that it's never going to happen? Do you think esports will always be here, but FGC is going to just always not make any money? Let us know. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next podcast.